Fundamental. Hey, but we started. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. What's good? It's your boy DJ Avo, and this is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 155. Let's go.
You way off. Hey, what's good, Brodies and Bays? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 123. That 123 look funny still to this day. This is where you come to fantasy football needs and chop it about the latest NFL news. I am Dynasty Bro Dot here with my co-bro.
Got Dynasty Bro Vic, a.k.a. Chief Sosa, a.k.a. with the hoodie on in the middle of the summer. Let's go.
It's the middle of the summer.
Yeah, man.
The Indianapolis Clowns. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. It feel good. It's good to be back with the homies, man. How y'all doing?
Good, bro.
Man, your boy made it. So, I'm feeling great.
You made it where?
Made it to the pod, man. We here.
Hey,
We in here.
I'm going to tilt this camera down. Can I do that?
Go ahead, tilt it down in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it down a little bit.
Yeah. Ooh, vibes.
There we go.
Vibes.
It's a vibe. Oh, that's a vibe.
You see why he did it?
He just wanted to
make sure y'all
He
saw the
just wanted to
clown.
show the
I
hoodie,
see.
bro.
It wasn't even
I
that.
see you.
It just feels better now.
I see. I respect that.
It's just better this way.
Better.
All right, so look, we're going to talk about the East. Not the far East side. We're going to talk about the NFC and AFC East. What we're going to do is breeze past all these teams, man, and touch on the most important players, the departures, the arrivals, and what does that mean for this year and going forward, and if we're in and out on that. So that's what we're going to do for the next few weeks going forward. So we get to that prep rally episode. So let's oh, now we want to start. Let's just start by doing the what's the word.
Jump right into it.
Jump straight into the hood TMZ with Dynasty Bro Vic. We do all the other good shit later, man. Let's just get straight to business with all the news going on. Can't wait to see what you done got from somebody else to bring to the table.
Hey, man, them tacos we had right before this was fire.
Avo missed out on the
Missed
tacos.
I feel bad.
Oh man, it's cool.
I mean, you say it's going to be a minute, so it's like, man.
Okay, let's
100%.
eat.
Should we order pizza?
I respect
Taco
it,
Tuesday.
Landed on Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
All right, man, let's get right to it, man. What's the word, man? So,
What's the word, bro?
hey, we represent the B team on this podcast. I got the hat. I didn't even realize, that was a nice little segue. But
Squad.
home the B team player of the week. So, hey, we got to shout out Chase Daniel, man. He's going to surpass $41 million in earnings this year, which ranks 62 all time in NFL quarterback earnings. He's only started 5 games total in his 13 years of playing in the NFL. He's averaged 6.5 yards an attempt. An absolute backup QB legend. Saw this on NFL memes. So shout out to Chase Daniel. That's my kind of B team player,
Come on,
man.
Are we celebrating somebody who steal money?
He ain't stealing money.
But I say steal money. How you steal? Hey man, the backup QB is a legit position, and you don't get hit.
And you're kind of like a coach on the sideline.
Yeah, but I say he be holding the playbook.
Them niggas ain't coaching the top nigga. Fuck you
He
talking
He
about?
ain't coaching Herbert.
Yeah, fuck you talking about? Pat Sorgi, fucking coaching Peyton
Jim Sorgi.
Manning. Yeah,
Yeah.
his name was Jim Sorgi. I called him Pat Sorgi. So y'all
Hey, man,
trash
he
you
was
was.
Yeah.
very vital to Peyton Manning's career, man.
Hell yeah. How else Peyton gonna get the water bottle? How else Peyton gonna get the goddamn clipboard to him without walking to it?
Get the tablet. But hey, shout out to Chase Daniel, man. Backup QB for the Chargers. So backing up Justin Herbert right now. But hey, he's earning bank, man. So
He old enough to be Justin Herbert dad.
living out his dream, bro. Stacking bank, front row
that's gotta
seats.
be the
Do you
dream.
think his dream was to be a backup quarterback?
Nah,
I'm
probably
sure after the first 20 million.
not. Chase played at Mizzou, right? I
My
remember.
nigga said he living out his dream.
No, I'm
He's been a
saying
career backup. He said, "Hey, look, salute to him living out his dream.
So what team is he
Career
on?
backup."
Get me right here. What team is he on?
LA Chargers.
I
Backup-
thought so. I'm
backup
just saying,
to-
like he ain't got to get hit by Aaron Donald. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But you do got to watch out for, well, at least in practice, Bosa and
Nah, bro, you can't hit the backup
Khalil Mack.
QB either.
You can hit the backup.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about the
bro.
backup
Yeah,
QBs.
that motherfucker don't got no red jersey.
Yeah.
Speaking of red jerseys, you see Josh Allen been ready to fight all his defensive players, so they keep accidentally hitting him.
Josh was, I don't know,
Oh.
man. He was a little
Bro,
overzealous.
you can't get touched, bro. He's Josh Allen. You're not supposed to touch him.
Don't
bro,
fucking
right?
call QB draw on the goal line.
Hey, don't touch the QB, bro.
That shit was whack,
Then
man.
what's gonna happen?
Shout
is
out to the offensive player that came jumping.
Yeah, 2 of them came flying in on
They're
that
gonna,
clip.
they're gonna be in real game scenarios, and they're gonna be having the practice of not hitting the QB, and they're gonna let that man win.
That's not what's
You
going to
practice
happen.
how you play, baby. You practice how you play.
That's not what's going to happen in real life.
All right, man. Let's keep it pushing, man. Shout out to SteelersDepot.com. I don't know why. I don't even think this is really news. I just want to call it out. But Najee Harris says he isn't wearing a visor this season. Why? Quote, I want to see a motherfucker's eyes. Unquote. So I just thought that was cool. Like, Najee, he's a great interview.
Ava,
Let's go.
with all the news going on in
Let's
fantasy
go.
football right now,
Let's go.
How we get here? How we get here?
I actually think that that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been told that sometimes receivers, when they're standing at that line, they can be seen, counting their routes out and just looking at it. And a good defender can pick up on little shit like that. So it's probably better if you
back
keep
in
his
my
eyes
heyday.
Back at the time, I didn't play football.
Yeah, I had to say just back in my heyday.
All right, man, let's keep pushing. So shout out to Jamar Chase. He actually recently did an interview with GQ Sports. There's like this segment where they go over how you spent your first million. So he kind of went through all that. So yeah, it was a cool little segment, but just want to pull out one of his quotes. He says, talking about Joe Burrow, always asked me to shop for him and drop it off at the house. He's not really into fashion like that. He cool with his little khakis and skinny jeans. So shout out to Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and be sure to check out that GQ clip with Jamar going to spend his first million.
I thought you were saying he spent his first million buying clothes for a man.
No. I just wanted to highlight the quote, but I kind of see where you got that from. But at the end of the day, he did a lot of interviews with GQ.
I hate Ava.
But yeah, I guess the way I can set it up, it did sound like that. But he did actually highlight like shopping and jewelry and stuff like that. So maybe
I got you. All the bad
Joe Shiesty's wardrobe was accounted in some of that.
I don't know, man. You think you're rusty, man.
I'm pulling out shit that y'all don't care about.
Nah, that one wasn't we care about. It was the delivery on that one. I need you to bounce back.
It's preseason, bro. Let me get my false starts out the way, drop passes, all that good shit.
My nigga practicing routes to see if he can pull it out in the real season. That's what's up, bro.
All right, man. We're about to get a little more serious now.
Let's go. Let's get serious.
Couple things, man. So USA Today. First, I want to say RIP to one of the greats, Demaryius Thomas.
Facts.
So actually, they found that he actually had stage 2 of CTE at the time of his death. So of course, former Denver Bronco wide receiver. Of course, he played at Georgia Tech. Of course,
Super Bowl winning.
Yeah, Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, man. So thoughts, man, just on the whole CTE thing in general, man. Like,
I hope we keep diving into it and figuring out ways to protect our people out there playing one of the most violent sports that you can be in. It's such a bang sport. And I know sometimes, those old heads talk about how it's starting to get soft, but this is the issue now. You got them people that was playing in that bang era and they're killing themselves off. They're having struggles with their mental health and their physical health. And it's just like, it's unfortunate that they celebrated being such a violent sport back in the day and kind of like look down upon it right now because we're trying to protect our people, make sure they're safe going forward. They have families, they got kids, they got lives just in general that they're impacting across the country, like the world. So I hope we just keep on investing the time, the money, the energy into finding out what that is, as long as these sports are going to be around and affecting our people like that. So
as we should. Them old dudes is just mad they ain't got that paper.
Oh my God.
They just mad they ain't got that paper.
Okay, KD.
You gotta keep it G, bro.
Okay, KD talking to Barkley.
Bro, he mad too. Well, no, Barkley mad he ain't got that ring. But I'm just saying, for the football players, they're just mad that they went through all them head injuries and didn't get the millions of dollars to take care of their family also. That is the difference. They call it soft. It ain't soft.
Yeah,
hopefully players are bigger, stronger, faster.
Hopefully,
let's just be real.
Hopefully we get to a place where we can, start detecting earlier and symptoms and all this good stuff versus after the fact. But if you guys been watching some of the training camp clips, you guys notice like the linemen wearing these, I don't want to say bubble wrap looking things.
Yeah,
but if you look at
stupid.
I thought that was a
Kelsey,
joke.
center with the Eagles. I forgot his first name. Space Jason Kelsey.
Yeah.
He actually came out with actual bubble wrap on top of the.
No, it ain't just the lineman because George Pickens had on one when he did that little one hand snag.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah,
effort.
Shout out to Pickens. I've been there.
Yeah, man. But I definitely want to say RIP to Demaryius Thomas, man. So
RIP to him.
All right, a couple more things and we out of here, man. So of course, going off ESPN here and Adam Schefter, but the NFL has basically stripped the Miami Dolphins of 2 draft picks. And they basically suspended owner Stephen Ross and fined him $1.5 million as a result of the investigation of allegations levied by former coach Brian Flores. Basically, the league found that he had impermissible communications with Tom Brady and Sean Payton's agent. So basically tampering. That's what he got fined for.
Bro, I'd probably tamper if I was trying to get a Tom Brady, Sean Payton combination coming to my team.
It still don't make sense to me, bro. It just don't make sense.
Why don't it make sense, bro?
That's what business is tampering.
Yeah, don't get caught.
But that means somebody legit like snitch. Like, how do you even find out that this happened? Like,
well, Flores
or is this another email?
Flores was dropping emails and receipts, and they did an investigation. They probably found some of that shit then.
Yeah, that's actually how they found it.
Yeah,
that's what makes it ironic because they didn't even like issue any punishment towards the Dolphins owner for basically the allegation that he basically told Flores, "Hey, I'll give you $100K for every loss." That's why Flores approached the league with this, to spark an investigation. So
they found something else.
And they ended up finding some other shit and basically issue punishments for that. So
bullshit ass punishments.
Speaking of that, man,
that's not a bullshit punishment, bro.
No, it's a steep punishment. I'm just saying.
It is.
Like,
it's also first round.
Like, hey, man, I tried to get you while you was under contract. Okay, but I just started talking to you early. What's the problem?
Yeah, and just so everybody know, Flores is on the record. He's not, happy with the outcome given his concerns basically got dismissed. Even though they did find some other stuff in the process, but his concerns didn't get addressed at the end of the day. All right, so that rolls into, the last item here, Deshaun Watson. So he had a 6-game suspension. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Did you guys see a full season coming or 6-game or 12 games? What are your thoughts? What were you expecting in reaction?
I'll let Avo go. Now I'll let you answer your question, and then I'll wrap it up. I'll make it quick.
Yeah. I was surely expecting a full season, just off of public perception. I was expecting it at bare minimum a full season.
Okay. What do you think?
I was actually unsure, but I was leaning at least 8 games. I don't think it would have been 12 because I feel like once you get the 12 mark, you might as well go full season.
Yeah.
So I was thinking either 8, but not surprised that they landed on the 6. So.
All right, and me, now that I'm looking back on it, all of us should have assumed, because I feel like these people are smarter than us, right? These teams are smarter than us.
Supposed to be.
They did enough looking into the rules and kind of catch the vibes, because ain't no way they was on some unsure shit and go give him this guaranteed ass contract.
$230 million.
Yeah, without knowing, like, hey, if you look at the conduct policy, technically, this is all that's really gonna happen. Think about it. Like, them motherfuckers knew to a certain extent. Motherfuckers, 6-8 games ain't gonna be shit. It's probably gonna be 6. It's gonna offer this. We're probably gonna take the backlash of doing this, but I don't think they were more worried about the games. I feel like they knew it was gonna be 6. I think these teams are more worried about the backlash more than anything, because if you look at that policy, it kind of states the list. That's why everybody's so mad at everything. Like, it says if you gamble on a game, it's at least a year. It says if you don't do anything that's sexually wrong but just violate conduct, 6 games. If you look at the written rules and all this shit, that's all it says. And it's like,
it's kind of vague, right?
Yeah, it just sucks.
I thought Roger Goodell had like absolute type of power though. That's why I was expecting.
They did. They went through a third party. That's how they doing everything.
They actually went through arbitration. So keep in mind, arbitration means we want to work something out to where both sides walk away somewhat happy or content. That's what arbitration is. Mind you, Deshaun already went through 2 grand juries prior. So kind of basically that was the court process, the legal process. Here's the evidence. Then NFL did their own arbitration. So keep in mind, given that, going back to the code of conduct, basically Deshaun put a stain on the NFL. Right. It's kind of like if you, of course, you have your employer. If you outside, doing you can get fired by your employer, what have you, if you're not representing the company or what have you. So that's really what this comes down to at this point. Basically, of course, NFL pushed for a year long, but since they went through arbitration, again, the goal with arbitration is to find middle ground.
Yeah, and I want to say this. Anybody else got anything to say before I do this?
Yeah. One other thing, of course, going back to the last episode, people feel like, we gave Deshaun special, I guess we weren't giving him the same energy when it comes to like the flag on the plays and things like that. So what are you guys' thoughts in reaction to those comments?
I feel like without giving him the flag on the play, we spoke about how we felt about the situation. I feel like we spoke about us feeling like it's not correct. I feel like as men, like, are just us being human beings, we talked about how wrong it is, but still letting the situation play out, because at the end of the day, we still don't know what happened in fully. And then we spoke on the fantasy football side, which is what we do. That's what I kind of want to get to at the end. Is just like everybody done exhausted this Deshaun Watson content at this point. It's kind of at the point where it's like, we're fantasy football analysts. That's what we started this podcast for. So we come here to talk about the fantasy football side of things. I don't know that man personally. I don't agree with what he did. None of us agree with what he did. But also when it first came out, we decided to, hey, until some more stuff play out, I don't want to start criminally bashing anybody. I'm not the social media hype people. Like, I want to jump on a side without even knowing what the hell happened. I will get on here and say, hey man, the shit fucked up if he did it. Legit. If he didn't, that's fucked up what y'all throwing on his name, and then let's talk fantasy about it. Yep. But at the point where we did our episode, we were never even in a situation where it was any kind of fully understanding. So yeah, man, hopefully, besides when we get to the division and we got to talk about the Cleveland Browns, we can just be done talking about Deshaun Watson, unless it's just strictly fantasy football going forward.
Nah, I feel you. That's what we should be doing.
Yeah,
but we all agree. If he was in our group chat, we would roast him. Like, he couldn't be a bro.
Yeah,
yeah. Like, that's not the type of men we are. That's not the type of men that we respect. So
facts.
But fantasy football wise, I'm trying to win.
Yeah, it's all fucked up at the end of the day. Like, I think the first major off-field issue we dealt with was the Tyreke thing with the potential child abuse, and then Adrian Peterson, and then also the Kareem Hunt video, and then Henry Ruggs. So it's kind of like we don't really even deep dive in these things because, like, we're just not. I'm not so concerned with the off the field stuff.
Yeah,
like, each event is different. It's also fucked up, but it's not a situation where I go, oh, that's even more fucked up. No, it's all fucked up. None of this should happen. Child abuse, sexual harassment, sexual assault, kicking women, hitting women, gambling on your team. Like, it's all fucked up. Shouldn't, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I look at all of it. So, but yeah, I'm with you, man. I think we've all exhausted as a community the Deshaun Watson, legal matter. So I'm just here for the fantasy aspect right now.
And we looked at the rosters. We see who y'all picked up and who y'all didn't pick up.
It's still 100% roster on
It's
Deshaun
still 100%. That's all we saying.
So the outrage ain't really matching, what people are doing with Deshaun. But that's that, man. So I'm just glad we're getting a step closer towards closure as far as it relates to football. You know what I mean? Of course, we're dealing with real victims, so there's no timetable on that type of closure. But I'm talking about the football aspect. At least we have some resolution there.
Sending healing energy to all of them.
Yeah. All right, man. So with that being said, man, hey, before we get to the main topic, Dot, where can we follow you at?
Hey, follow me at Instagram and Twitter, Dynasty Bro Dot, and follow the main Instagram page, Dynasty Bros FF. And we're going to try this TikTok thing soon. I already established the page. Heads up, guys. It's Dynasty Bros FF. Videos they can only be 60 seconds long. So
that's good.
So yeah, we can get in and out. So hey, Avo, where can we follow you at?
You can follow me on the gram at Avo Love, man. You can follow me on the gram at AVOLXVE. Hey, yo, my brother Vic, where can we follow you at, bro?
Guys can follow me at Chief Sosa FF, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. We back on that Call of Duty, man. Warzone getting dubs, resurgence.
Warzone dub, and I see y'all.
Vic was just off of it 3 weeks ago.
I
said it's trash and he ain't playing it no more.
Now I'm back on it.
And then he was like, I need these dubs.
What's that combo we had, man? You got people on both sides of the fence.
Yeah. And then Vic is the fence. Vic is the fence, man. Hey, that shit was, bro, me and Vic have the most funniest conversations sometimes, man. That shit's just hilarious. Yeah, look, me and Avo could be here, Vic here. Every fucking time. And not just here. He could pick and choose. He'd be like, one day he'd be like, hey, bro, Avo was wrong. The next day he'd be like, bro, Alec was over there talking that bullshit. Same situation, bro. My guy the fence. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get to it.
All right, man. Hey, also be sure to subscribe to the podcast, Dynasty Bros FF. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Yeah, man, all that, man. And man, we playing that Blueface. I know y'all saw that video of him fighting with his girl.
Come on,
Bro, that guy-
man.
Their relationship is just
Toxic.
All right, look.
if you want an example of a toxic
Hey,
relationship,
let's get the flag on the play. Let's flag just
go ahead, flag
people publicly just putting out bad energy, showing bad relationships,
Legit.
and like I feel like blatantly trying to be. Everybody say toxic now. It's like that's not cool. Like it's like you're celebrating it every time you go take video and then go entertain it and then have video after video respond back. Y'all in the same house, knowing y'all not going nowhere. It's just like it's publicity stunt city,
It's
social
trash.
media world. I hate that so damn
It's
much.
whack.
And putting that kind of energy into the world, you'll never know who you have that's watching you. You'll never
Yep.
know what the 16-year-old girl that think they head over heels in love is supposed to accept anything because you're accepting it.
Right.
And then the 17-year-old kid who think you're this trash ass rapper, but you're cool as hell for some reason. You're just cool to him, and they're watching your moves, and that's how they're treating women because you see that. So man, just flag on the play
Facts.
both of them, man. That's
You're right.
just horrible, bro.
big facts.
Yeah, man, you gotta change the song, bro. We can't even. Yeah, man. Right on,
I was
Avo.
already ready. We still gonna stay ready.
Bust down.
We about
Doc,
to probably gonna flag this nigga too, but we gonna keep rolling.
Anybody else got a flag on the play?
I do, but it's not football related.
Yeah.
Mine wouldn't.
Well, mine is. So I'm gonna get mine out the way, then y'all can. I'm flagging everybody that keep comparing every incident that come out now to the Deshaun thing, like apples to oranges, water to oil, like everything have to be compared to the Deshaun situation. So of course, like the Miami Dolphins owner punishment, Calvin Ridley's punishment,
Facts.
just every punishment that comes out doesn't have to be compared to Deshaun.
Facts,
Like
facts.
it's totally different situation. Like such sexual assault, gambling, domestic violence, all this stuff. Like it's just different categories and different descriptors, man. So that's it, man. I'm just the topic is exhausted, like you said earlier.
I don't disagree with you, but I'd also like to say fruits can be compared.
They can, but
I just want to put that out there. My flag on the play, like I said, I apologize for it not being, football in this, but man, I can't believe the Nationals traded Juan Soto to the Padres.
I seen that.
I just can't believe that happened. So flag on the play to the Nationals, man. You should have just paid that man. You didn't want to lose him. You didn't want to lose him. I think it was probably a good deal, but I can't believe the Padres got all them players, man. That's a solid team over there,
lit.
boy. That's a lit
It's
team in San Diego, boy. But yeah, that's my flag. That's my flag to the Nationals.
And shout out to flag on everybody who said, the Dolphins wasn't supposed to try to get Sean Payton and Tom Brady together.
Definitely.
I would cheat
Like,
for
what
that
you
combination
trying to
too.
do? Hey man, I got a saying. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Not on
Hey.
your girl though. You don't cheat on them. You don't cheat. Black men don't cheat. But in sports, you're trying to win. So that's all I'm saying.
Anywho, nah, hey, y'all trying to roll over to the main segment?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get into the East, man. We're gonna talk NFC, AFC East, and we're gonna talk players that we're, just excited about now going forward. Dislike, just a little bit of everything. We're gonna try to breeze through as fast as we can. 8 teams, try not to keep you guys too long. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna let Vic run down the teams, and then we just gonna go. You want to go quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end?
Yeah, we do it that way. Hey, let's start with the AFC East. Let's start with the team that's one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl. So we'll see. But we're gonna go to the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, man. Look, we already know he's a stud. We don't have to spend no time there. Look,
Number 1 quarterback across the board.
one question for you: does he finish as a top QB this year, though?
Probably.
Points-wise?
If I had to put my money down on in Vegas, I'll put my chips down on it.
All right, man. Let's keep it pushing, man. Now let's jump into the running back room. You got Devin Singletary. If I say Dalvin,
Oh man.
I mean, I'm thinking about the Dalvin
yeah,
injury.
the news, man. You don't want to talk about that? He just went down.
Yeah,
The nose.
it's,
All right.
it's Dalvin, bro. It'd be all right. All right, bro. Keep pushing. But running back room: Devin Singletary, and they also brought in James Cook. So rookie out of Georgia,
And Zach Moss.
and they still got Zach Moss. So which RB you like going forward, man?
I kind of feel like Devin Singletary just has the reins of everything. People like this James Cook thing, man, because that's Dalvin's little brother. But I don't think he's a good all around back like everybody say. I think he's a good pass catcher. He's kind of on the smaller side when you think about somebody that's going to run the ball. But Singletary is too. But Singletary's shown that he can have the 3 down row, even from even back in college, he was doing it. So not saying they're going to give it to him a lot because it shows that Josh Allen won't throw it out the backfield and he'll take all the goal line if he has to. But give me a guy that the back end of the season was actually pretty balling, man. And he was a top 12 running back the last few games of the season. Looked like they found something different they wanted to do, and it was working. So I do like Singletary late and low, and going forward in Dynasty, I feel like it's one of those things you can't get no real value for him. Just ride out this year with him.
Yeah, man, I do think it's Devin Singletary's job to lose. Of course, they're going to feature some James Cook, probably take on some third down passing work. But, I mean, they want Devin to run the ball. Of course, James can run the ball too. But, again, I think it's Devin's job, at least for now. Now, let's talk about these pass catchers, man. We already know Stephon Diggs is a stud. So he dominated, the targets last year were 26% of the targets. And then they also lost Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley. So that's about another 30% of targets on the table. You got Gabe Davis, bro. Only saw 10% of the targets last year. So how do you feel about Gabe going forward, man? Are you in him or out?
I'm in this year and going forward, man. I think he's the difference maker at receiver because his height, and I think he's going to be a good red zone target for Josh Allen. Like you said, Diggs, pretty much self-explanatory. Right. Top 5 receiver probably in redraft and dynasty. Yeah, man, and then pretty much everything else, I don't really care. Crowder's banged up. Isaiah McKenzie's just a fill-in guy, probably, just doing kickoff return and shit. So,
all right, I'm gonna plant my flag, man. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys a preview. Gabe Davis is gonna be my Brody this year.
Okay, I like that.
And I'm gonna plant my flag because he's a guy. Will he finish as wide receiver 3 or wide receiver 2? I'm gonna have him finish in the top 24.
I ain't mad at that.
But I am gonna, more so on the back end. But I do see it being more touchdown dependent. But I'm okay with that. Because I got guys like Hunter Renfrow bumping out of the top 24.
Yeah.
And
hell yeah.
Who's another guy? Did Amon-Ra finish top 24? He was like 22. So I got him sliding out.
Okay, I ain't mad at
that. But yeah, I'm in on Gabe, man. So with him being on the field, majority of the time, not this 50%, 40% of the time. Hey, Josh Allen's already shown he like him in the red zone. And I do like Dawson Knox, by the way. So if you're playing the late tight end game, streaming game, I mean, give me Dawson Knox.
Yeah, if you don't have one of those high PPR tight ends, get the tight end that has the chance to get 10 plus touchdowns, and he's there.
Yep. All right, man. Let's keep it pushing, man. So that's your Buffalo Bills. Now let's go down to Miami, bro. So they brought in Tyreke Hill. Man, all I've been seeing is like a lot of hype, a lot of talk. It's almost like Miami Dolphins are setting themselves up for at least to let us down, right? Like they don't live up to the hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, of course, we're hearing all the reports about Tua, how he's accurate, and then Tyreke, he's just hyping up the crowd and doing flips, and it's definitely it's a show down there that they're trying to put on, man. So how do you feel about this, Miami?
I feel like, let me start at the quarterback. I feel like Tua is going to be a good real life quarterback, and the offense can be good. They can be efficient, and I think they can have guys be entertained in the passing offense, and it still doesn't mean Tua is going to be a good quarterback. Because imagine Jimmy Garoppolo, he still entertained Debo. Debo had a hell of a season, and the tight end and Kittle, but Garoppolo was never fantasy relevant. So it's just the way they're ran. It's a lot of short things. It's a lot of easy touchdowns. I like Tua. I like the fact that they're trying to build around him, and they gave him some super weapon to add on to the Waddle going into his second year. But Tua's still like back in, QB2 to me. But they're trying to work with him though.
With these weapons, Tua should finish as like top 12, but like on the back end, like 10, 11, 12. If he finishes outside of top 15, disappointment. Just giving these weapons.
Respect.
Because these guys, pitch and catch, they should be able to float down the field 60, 70 yards. So Jalen Waddle, man, saw over 130 plus targets last season. Tyreke commands targets. I like both these guys, man.
I was about to say, who finishes with the most fantasy points this year, Waddle or Tyreke?
You got to give it to Tyreke, man. I mean, they paid him, you know what I mean, to be the guy. But, of course, you can't sleep on Waddle. So, honestly, man, I wouldn't mind still taking on Waddle. So, just based on value, like get some value elsewhere in the draft from a redraft perspective, and then land you some Waddle.
Yeah, especially while everybody's down on them. Do you want me to handle the running backs?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go through.
All right, I got this. Look, I'm starting to be excited with Chase Edmonds in redraft, especially. I do feel like next year, I don't know, they just lost their first round pick. I was thinking they're just gonna have this comedian let it run through and get one of those top backs coming in the next year. They got it's on it, man. That class is gonna be sexy.
It's crazy.
But I do like Edmonds. He does everything the San Francisco system does. He runs fast. He catches well. I think he's going to be the one. Mostert's always banged up. Sony is not the fastest guy, so maybe he interrupts some of the goal line stuff. But if honestly, I don't want anybody in redraft or dynasty but Chase Edmonds, and that's just redraft for the most part. So how you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm not too excited about this backfield, man. Now, of course, you know, San Francisco offense coordinator comes over. Is it Mike Daniels?
Yeah, Mike Daniels.
So Mike Daniels come over now as the head coach. So of course he's familiar with Raheem Mostert. So I think, you know, Raheem definitely has a chance to step into that number 2 role. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's healthy, if he outshines Edmonds. But you still got Sony Michel, you still got Myles Gaskin, man. So it feels like they like something that each of these guys do. And if they could just formulate all these guys into one, they'd build the perfect back, but they can't do that. And like you said, they just lost their pick. So that's going to hurt, man. So yeah, right. This running back room's going to be a mess for a while.
And the guy that I feel like is left for dead since the Tyreke signing is Mike Gesicki. And you know what? I'm still on board of saying, hey, he's one of those fire athletes, and hopefully those 2 guys open him up. And he's a later tight end, man. He's one of those guys that's in the mix of, if I can get one of them top ones, I guess I'll deal with Gesicki. It's a lot of those guys, though, after that, those top 4, 5, whatever your top list is.
Knox or Gesicki, who would you rather have?
Give me Knox, better passing offense.
Yeah, I agree. Give me Knox as well. All right, let's move on to the Patriots, man. So Mac Jones, man, everyone's excited for him. He's supposed to take this leap. I'm going to a sophomore season. So how do you feel about Mac Jones?
Same thing. What I kind of just said about Tua. I think he'll be a great real life quarterback, but I don't think he'll put a lot of fantasy production enough for you to feel like you need to run him in your top 12, maybe not even your top 15. So he'll just be a streamer during good games, I guess, or look like games where they have to compete because you know they're going to try to run the ball anyway.
All right. I do like Mac Jones, but as a QB too. So again, he's a guy that's just going to manage the game, and New England's going to want to run the ball as we saw last season, and Mac will make the throws that they need him to make. So yeah, they got a nice QB there. All right, man, let's jump to the running back room. Of course, you got Damian Harris, you got Ramondre Stevenson, then they drafted all these other rookies. So Pierre Strong, forgot the other guy, somebody else.
It don't matter,
yeah,
bro.
Man. Who you checking from the running back room?
Honestly, man, I'm scared of this Damian Harrison. I think in standard, he was number 9, bro. That's in standard. He doesn't catch any passes. He wasn't a number 1 running back in PPR. And he had 15 damn touchdowns, bro.
That was nuts.
Yeah, bro. So to barely crack top 10 with 15 touchdowns scares me. I don't want to really touch him in PPR. And I'm afraid that Ramondre Stevenson is going to have a bigger role because he's the better pass catcher. And James White role is still valuable. He was literally catching a bunch of passes the first 2 games. He had 12 catches. I don't know if you know it, in the first 2 games. It's a fucking lot of PPR. And if he's not ready to go, I think Ramondre is going to be out there playing more because they lost Brandon Bowden. So I don't know, man. It scares me what they're going to do. I don't think I want either one, but if I do going forward, give me Ramondre and in like redraft and in dynasty because I think he's the long play for them. And this year he's the cheaper guy. So just give me him.
Give me Damian Harris still, man. I think, Belichick is still going to keep that running back room a mess. I think we're going to find out it wasn't a Josh McDaniels thing. It was a Bill Belichick thing. So I think that theme is going to continue to play out. But give me Damian Harris, the guy who put up 15 touchdowns. So I think when it comes down to it, that's the guy you can trust coming out the backfield. So just give me the guy who's shown it. And let's move on to the wide receiver room. Jacoby Myers, man. So he actually commanded 24% of the targets last year in the passing game. So clearly Mac Jones, is comfortable with him. He has trust in Jacoby. Granted, they did bring in Devontae Parker, some other pass.
Guy, and all I'm hearing is in training camp that he's one of his favorite targets because he's just a big guy that can sit down in his routes and you give him the ball easy.
I still like Jacoby as a flex play. So yeah, I got to see it as far as with Devontae taking over, commanding the number 1. Of course, they lost N'Keal Harry, even though that's not really a loss.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not really excited about none of the receivers in here.
What about Hunter Henry?
And I was about to say, man, and honestly, with Devontae Parker, he's a big threat. And healthy Jonnu, that might bring down a little bit of Hunter. He was really only valuable because he was catching a touchdown pass every single week. So you bring in a guy that's 6'4", big body, and a healthy Jonnu again. Maybe those turn to some more of your red zone targets that Henry was getting. So I'm kind of honestly, bro, I don't want anybody on this offense in fantasy football, bro.
Not mad at it. All right, man. Let's keep it pushing, man. The last but not least, the New York Jets. I will say they have done everything they can in their power to set Zach Wilson up for success, given the weapons they brought in over the past 2 years. So how do you feel about Zach, man? Do you feel he takes a leap? Will he finish, top 15, top 12? What do you think?
I have no clue, man. I'm scared. I haven't been able to hear a lot of news about him yet. All I see is what the team is doing, and they gave him one of the best receivers coming out and the best running back coming out, and they sold up the offensive line. So hopefully he can take the next step, man, because if he does, this team's going to be good, bro. This team is going to be good.
Yeah, I'm hearing positive things about Zach in camp. He's making, the deep throws and extending the plays. I mean, but we kind of saw a flash of that last year too. So yeah. But let's jump to the running back room. A lot of great things about rookie Breece Hall out of Iowa State. Versatile, 3-down back. He's doing it all. Flashing his speed, showing his big size, all that good stuff. And yeah, I mean, he's living up to expectation right now as far as in camp. So of course they still have Michael Carter there.
Bye.
I heard he just hurt his ankle.
Bye.
But it's that time of the year where guys starting to get banged up.
Even without the ankle injury, man,
Yeah.
He was just going to be splashing third down roll every once in a while. Breece can do it all. Breece can hold 3 downs by himself. He's a dog, bro. So, yeah. Sorry, Michael.
All right, jumping to the wide receiver room, you got Elijah Moore. You got Garrett Wilson, who's the rookie. Who else?
Corey Davis
still there. Braxton Berrios. I believe they extended him. No more Crowder.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Berrios, and I'm not worried about Corey Davis anymore. Corey Davis had his shot, and him and Zach was showing some rapport early until he started getting banged up like Corey Davis always does. They brought in Wilson. I'm excited to see what Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore can do. 2 young studs. I think they both have immaculate talent, and if anything goes right with Zach Wilson, one of them are going to be good for your fantasy team week by week.
Yeah, what I'm hearing right now with camps, Elijah Moore is the one who's solidifying himself as the number 1. So
I kind of want both of them in redraft and fantasy. I don't care, man. I'm taking my shot because if they can build off what they did last year and Zach Wilson can take another step, one of these guys are going to be real good.
Think about it. They're going to be a negative game streak. They got to keep up with the Bills who are going to put up points. And then this Miami offense will be explosive. And the Patriots, man, they actually played solid defense and, good offense. So that's another at least team they're going to put up points. So, yeah, give me one of those pass catchers as well. I'm not interested in the tight end room
I'm not talking none of these tight ends.
With Uzuma and Rucker.
They got 37 tight ends, bro.
All right, man, that's the East. I know we AFC East, at least we breezed through that. All right, who do you have as the division winner?
And the Bills.
And then who's going to finish last place? So Bills, who's going to division? AFC East.
I'm going to have to go with the Bills also.
I'm going with the Bills. All right, who comes in last place?
Probably Jets, bro.
Jets for me as well.
Give me the whole thing again.
Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, or Bills. So
damn.
Patriots.
It is probably going to be the Jets. Yeah, it's probably going to be the Jets.
All right, just so you guys know, we're putting these down as shot bets. So whoever, gets most of these right, 2 guys take a shot, or it might be a tie. We all take shots. All right, man, let's jump over to the NFC East, man.
East side.
Let's start with the Dallas Cowboys. Woo, messed that up. Hey, shout out to fantasydata.com, by the way. That's where we're pulling these target stats, man. So make sure you guys check out their sites.
I see you quoting your sources.
Yeah, man. Got to, man. I'm not on Wikipedia, but but yeah, man, it's a great site, man. So shout out to those guys. And I'm on the wide receivers. Let me get some Lamb up. All right, man. So now let's check out the Dallas Cowboys, man. So look, Dak, high-powered offense. They want to throw the ball, man. Of course, they just lost Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
But talk to me about Dak,
Cedric Wilson.
Yeah. How you feel about Dak?
I like Dak. No matter what, I feel like he's good enough to be okay. As long as he got one steady guy, I feel like he's all right. And he still has a couple, man. So I like Dak. I like the offense. I like the O-line. It's not as it was 3 years ago, but it's still a good offensive line. Still has weapons in the backfield and on the outside, man. And Dak is just a smart guy. I feel like he's going to do what they need to. And if they give him more potential to run the ball like they said they are, then he's going to be even better in fantasy. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like Dak too, man, as well. It sucks when you have a team that has like Dak and Hurts, so you can get caught up in chasing points. But yeah, you definitely got to just run your guys, man. Now, I will say Dak did kind of fizzle out last year during the fantasy playoffs. When you need him to really step up, that's when you're getting like those 12-point games. But hey, again, he's still a top fantasy QB. You roll with it. Let's jump to the running back room. Of course, you got Zeke, you got Tony Pollard. Who you playing your flag on, man?
I'm planting my flag in Dynasty on you know what, man? To be honest, bro, I kind of want both of the guys. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Zeke is going to have a bounce back season. The way Jerry Jones is talking about him, the way everybody's saying it was just the injury thing last year, and you could see it because the first 4 games of the season, he looked good. He looked dominant. I don't want to make, because I feel like if it was a wear and tear, him falling off thing, he wouldn't have came in looking so good. And I don't like this world where everybody's like, if you like Zeke, you don't like Pollard, or if you like Pollard, you don't like Zeke. I think they can both exist. They lost Amari Cooper, they lost Cedric Wilson. Gallup is banged up. They're banking on Jalen Tolbert, the rookie. And why can't Pollard get some slot work in while Zeke is in the backfield? Like that's a real thing. Like, I feel like they both can exist and they both can be good. I think they both are taking a dip right now. I think Pollard's taking a dip with how the team is talking about how good and how utilized Zeke's going to be. And Zeke's taking a dip because people think he's washed. I want both of them, bro. I'm buying cheap on both of them. In redraft and dynasty.
Zeke was quietly the RB7, put up 1,000 yards on the ground. I know it wasn't sexy, didn't look explosive, but he also had 10 touchdowns on the ground.
Yeah,
and caught 2 touchdowns in the air. So he still caught some passes. And from what they're saying, at least with camps, he's slimmed down. He's feeling healthier. So we should see a different version of Zeke. Not saying he's going to come out as explosive, as he did his first couple seasons, but we should see a better version. I've actually went and copped some Zeke. I actually have a win now type team. So why not go, at least slot him in from an RB2 spot, a guy that can finish his, top 12 running back. I'll take that all day long, especially in a high-powered offense like the Dallas Cowboys. Are going to have a lot of red zone scoring opportunities. So, yeah, man, I'm not really interested in the Pollard thing. Yes, he does look more explosive, but, I mean, it's one of those situations where they paid Zeke to be the guy. They're going to feature him. I mean, that's just what Jerry Jones and those guys are going to do. So, not interested in riding out the backup. You know what I mean? All right, let's jump to the wide receiver room. CD Lamb. It's a CD Lamb show. So, of course, no more Amari Cooper. Last year, he saw 18% of the targets. No more Cooper, who vacates 16% of the targets. So, we're definitely expecting an uptick there. Who do you like in this room alongside CD Lamb?
Really nobody, man. I think Jalen Tolbert might have a chance to start off decent just because they have the opportunity. And then if Michael Gallup comes back healthy, that's their guy. They chose to move on from Amari Cooper for him. Then I think he'll have a good role, but it's hard to see guys bounce back off those injuries like that and become 100% after, during their first season. So I'm not really excited about anybody but CD Lamb, but we could talk about Dalton.
Dalton Schultz, that's my guy, man. So don't worry about if you don't get Kelsey, if you don't get, your Mark Andrews. Dalton Schultz was a guy that went undrafted last year, finished as the tight end 3. So given all the attention that's going to be on CD Lamb, I like Dalton Schultz even more. So he's a guy that put up a lot of touchdowns for the Cowboys. Dak already has a rapport with him. Give me all the Dalton Schultz, man. So if I'm in these drafts, I'm not letting Dalton Schultz sneak past me in the 4th round. So
big fact.
If you're waiting for the 5th round, you're gambling. So get you some Dalton in the 4th.
Ooh, hot take. Y'all better listen. Say that one more time. Say it one more time for him, Vic.
Hey, man, make sure you get him, in the 4th round.
You got to get him by the 4th.
This is Dynasty and redraft.
By the 4th.
Don't wait.
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Let's jump on over to man, I had the squads up, bro.
Oh,
my stuff is messing up here. Let me so we're gonna go to the Eagles, man. That's where we're going to next. So
all right, bet. And I'm gonna start talking about the guy that has the height. He has such potential to be the number 1 quarterback in redraft, and not in dynasty, but in redraft, he can be the number 1 QB. And if he takes off like that, if he puts together a good number 1 fantasy football season this year at quarterback, and he looks decent in real life, oh, dude, where does he rank? He top 3 dynasty QB going forward after something like that. If he breaks fantasy football like Lamar did a few years back.
I don't trust his arm, man.
No. I don't either. But I'm saying if he looks better in real life this year and breaks fantasy football,
I'm just gonna say top 5.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say top 5.
Something like that. So yeah, man, he has. They given him weapons. They gave him AJ Brown, who's so dominant. I love Jalen Hurts. I've always been skeptical about his projections going forward as a starting quarterback, but if he takes that leap and move to the next level of quarterback, man, then sky's the limit for him and what they're doing there. So.
Avo playing my shit, man. Shout out to DJ Avo. Yeah, man. All right, look, Jalen Hurts, man, like he should be a top 5 QB this year. Again, I'm hearing all the reports, the confidence. Of course, the organization has a lot of confidence in him. So you see that. He actually looks, a little bit more bulkier and, like he put on some healthy weight. And hopefully he takes the next step, at least with his arm. Because, of course, they came out throwing earlier on, but then they went real run heavy. And that's why they lost in the playoffs. You can't do that against Tampa Bay. You got to
Yeah.
throw. You're not going to, run them out the stadium. So,
Facts.
of course, they brought in A.J. Brown, which is a sign that they want to throw more. So, yeah, Jalen Hurts, man, again, all the weapons. So it's all on him. All right, man, let's look at the running back room. So you got Miles Sanders, you got Kenneth Gainwell, you got Boston Scott.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I still like Miles Sanders this year, man. I think the back end of the season when he finally got back healthy, he looked good. He didn't score any touchdowns, which is why I probably didn't look that good week to week. But I think I literally only like him this year in redraft because how late he falls. If you can get a starting running back in a run-heavy team, in the 7th round, that's where he's going in ADP. I'll take that. The only issue going forward is I think Kenneth Gainwell is the third down back this year and going forward, and he's so well-rounded for the team. I think that he's the running back going forward because you can't really predict what the team is doing once you can get Kenneth Gainwell acclimated, and he's that guy in college. He was able to do it all. He was on first down running the ball, second down running the ball, and we know what he can do in a passing game. So give me some Gainwell buy lows in Dynasty and sneaky buy low in redraft, but give me Miles Sanders one more year in redraft. I think the offense and running the ball is just going to be pretty good.
Yeah, the tricky thing is, though, Jalen Hurts is their best rusher, so he's going to cut into a lot of that. But I will say, to your point, like, look at the Browns. Chubb, when he's on the field, they're running the ball. Kareem Hunt, you don't know if they're running or throwing. So, like you said, Gainwell fits that Kareem Hunt type role.
Facts.
So yeah, I think he does have the edge. But Miles Sanders, man, he's kind of voiced a little bit of frustration, saying he ain't really had the opportunity he's needed. I know. Again, it's early August. He's is running with the twos, but you can't really read too much into that, man. Like, it's camp. Like, a coach wouldn't be doing their due diligence if they didn't see what Gainwell look like with the ones, right?
Yeah.
If Sanders go down, you got to see if the offense still fluid, or that's why we signed Boston Scott for another year, in case Gainwell.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So,
and let me transition to wide receivers
Yep.
so I can make it easy. We already know adding A.J. Brown to your team, he's going to be your number one. He makes a difference for the whole offense in general. It's going to be better. But you being a Devonta Smith fan, we don't need to speak on AJ because we know what he is. What does this mean for Devonta Smith in like a low volume offense, high efficient? How do you feel about Devonta Smith going forward this year in Dynasty?
I still like Devonta Smith, man. Keep in mind, last year he was a 900-yard wide receiver in his rookie year. Like, we're spoiled with the Jamar Chases and Justin Jefferson's. 900 yards for a rookie is solid. He also had 5 touchdowns. Saw 104 targets, only 64 catches. A lot of that was on Jalen Hurts with the accuracy and stuff like that. So Devontae, he's getting open. So, of course, the Eagles want to have a more balanced attack, meaning they do want to throw a little bit more. So I am expecting Devontae to see 100-plus targets. Also, I'm taking my shot on Devontae, even in redraft, just because expectations for A.J. Brown are going to be so high. But he has a history of not staying on the field. Devonta Smith's going to be on the field. So I'd rather just take that value later going with Devonta Smith.
Okay, and the only thing that scares me with rolling to a tight end that I love Dallas Goedert. I thought that he was going to make his hay on big plays and some easy targets. The issue is I think AJ take those easy targets away, and the difference between Dawson Knox and Goddard is Knox is going to be a touchdown guy. I don't think Goddard's going to be a touchdown guy. It's not that many passing touchdowns to go around from Jalen Hurts. So you got AJ getting some of those, the running backs getting some of those. Like, I don't know if there's the upside potential of double-digit touchdowns for Goddard as it is for Knox. So kind of afraid of Goddard with the addition to AJ. He's still a good receiving tight end, and he's acclimated into the offense, but just got to see what that volume looks like for everybody after AJ.
I'm good off of Goddard as well. So, yeah, I actually started moving off last year. All right, man, let's jump up to the Washington Commanders, man. Of course, they got Carson Wentz, man. He's efficient. Think about Carson Wentz, like, he can manage the game, but he's also going to have his big mistakes and big blow-ups, and it's going to be at the costly time. You know what I mean? So how you feel about Carson Wentz, man? Are you in or out?
I'm going to just say this, bro. I feel like every position you go down, I don't think I'm in on anybody on the Commanders, bro.
Okay, so with that being said, people are probably still interested in the running back room. So Gibson, of course, Brian Robinson, McKissick. If you had to at least take one for your team, who are you going with?
I guess you go Gibson because he's the number one guy, but why would I want any of them? Because McKissick's the pass down guy. Antonio Gibson's getting in between the 20s. Brian Robinson's being talked about as being the guy that's going to be the goal line, or if Antonio Gibson goes out there and start fumbling. So does anybody have any value outside of McKissick in PPR? So it kind of just makes me not want any of the running backs either. When we talk receivers while we at it.
Yeah, just so people know. I mean, I'm gonna take Gibson if I had to pick one.
Yeah,
So I'll take Gibson.
Yeah, that's the guy you should take. He's been a top 12 running back over the past 2 years. It's just what does this mean for his overall gameplay with these three guys in the mix? And they're openly talking about how we want these, and he's just got banged up in training camp, like he always does.
Yeah,
that's the worst thing you could do is let the rookie go out there and start getting the snaps right away. I don't want nobody like that.
I know a couple weeks ago I was like, man, give me Gibson over Barkley because I don't trust the injury, but Barkley's been looking good and Gibson is Gibsoning. Shout out to STL.
Gibson gonna Gibson.
All
right, so look, we love Terry McLaurin. Shout out Nap
Town.
I feel like the team is never going to let Terry McLaurin flourish. They're going to keep giving them these pieced together quarterbacks that they think is holding the team together. I don't like McLaurin because of that. And it's hard for me to want him in redraft. He's going to have a lot of boom and bust games, but more bust more than anything. And really, you keep hearing about this Johan Dotson thing, in camp, the rookie that they drafted this year. But it's like, if I don't trust them to get Terry together and he's dumb talented, why would I trust Dotson, the rookie, or Curtis Samuel, or even Logan Thomas coming back, whoever's going to be the tight end? Why do I want to trust any of the tight end receiving weapons? I'm not going for any of it, bro.
So I had the same perspective, and then I thought about it. I looked into some numbers. Look what Carson Wentz just did with Michael Pittman. Like, now Michael Pittman is supposed to have this breakout season, right? Just given, what he did last year. So let me just remind you, Michael Pittman last year with Wentz, 129 targets, 88 catches, 6 touchdowns. I think I can easily be Terry McLaurin in this offense as well if Carson locks in on Terry. So actually, I think Terry's a good buy low. Just given the contract extension, they locked in with him. So actually, I think I'm going to try to go cop some Terry.
The issue is that made him the wide receiver 17 in PPR, right?
It did. Yep.
That's where Terry's going.
Yeah.
So you're not even. So you're just.
It's not really an upgrade. I get you saying.
You're buying where he's going in general. Like, it was cool for Michael Pittman because Pittman was going as a wide receiver 3 last year in drafts. But like, I'm not going to go buy a guy to give me the production that I'm buying. I'm trying to buy the dip in the guy. I'm trying to buy like the upside, like, oh, he got to turn it around. I don't want to buy the wide receiver 15 so he can be the wide receiver 15. I guess unless you just need that.
Yeah.
I want to go buy the wide receiver 25 so he can be the wide receiver 15. That means I play cheap.
I feel you. And I'm looking at it from a perspective of, I've been moving off Terry just given the QB situation he's past.
But this is giving you a chance to be like, all right, I can see it happening again. Yeah.
Because last year he was wide receiver 25. Year before, wide receiver 20, rookie year 29.
Yeah, my issue is, when we view Terry, we know how talented he is, that you don't even think about how bad he finished in fantasy. So like, all you see is his upside. And when you talk about Terry, if I tell you, bro, if everything fell in line, he got the right quarterback, his upside is top 12, right?
Yeah.
That's what we love talking about from Terry. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. No, I got
That's
you.
what sucks.
Can't
hope.
So it takes a while to get there. I think when you start doing this fancy stuff, you talk a lot of based on what you hope is going to happen, what you want to happen. But now you're at a point where, like, hey, what's reality?
Facts.
So, basically that offense, the organization is capping Terry. It's not a Terry issue. It's the organization, it's the offense, it's the quarterbacks they brought in. So, but I wouldn't mind having Terry as my number 3 wide receiver on my team because, again, that's the winning formula. Give me all number ones. So Terry's number 1 on his team. If I got a Jefferson, who's another guy? If I got a Mike Williams or a Keenan Allen, toss up number 1s, like that's the winning recipe. Give me all number 1s in my wide receiver 3, slot. So
yeah, that's the hardest thing about Terry. You're not going to be able to pay wide receiver 3 prices to get one more. And in drafts where he's going, give me the guys that I know going to be my wide receiver 2. He's going with those guys.
All right, man. So how do you feel about Jahan Dotson? Did you already touch on him?
Yeah, I mean, it's just you see the percentages of the splits, bro. I don't think it's spread out, but it's thin after Terry, and I think it'll stay like that too.
Yeah. I'm not really interested, man, in the second or third option. In a Washington Commander offense.
Just to a Wentz.
Yeah.
I don't want Wentz the second option.
All right. Last but not least, let's jump over to the Giants, man. So of course you got Danny Dimes. Man, I feel like this is a pride thing. Like, organization, the GM, they don't want to just own. Look, that was a bad pick. Like, they could have been moved off Daniel Jones. You know what I mean? But it's like,
He's trash.
It's like they don't. I don't know. It's like they're probably getting in the way. You know what I'm saying?
This is last year as an NFL quarterback, but I will say this:
He's already got another professional job.
Does he? Daniel Jones?
Yeah, doesn't
What?
he do what's that thing called that snell like? You throw the bags to the other side.
cornhole.
Yeah, I think he's a professional cornhole.
I didn't
player,
know
bro.
that.
I didn't know that.
All I know
Bro, I
is
think he a pro.
he got Russian chops. So if he ended the year with 300-400 rushing yards, that adds a little bit of stock to his potential points. But nah, I don't think he's good. Can we just move past Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I just want to one last thing. He's improving in practice. Like even just the reports you're reading, the reports you're reading on him, like they're not even confident.
I try to prevent Vic from saying that goofy shit.
Yeah, bro. Let's jump to the running back room, which is just Saquon Barkley.
It's just Saquon. Matt Breida. Fuck Matt Breida. Saquon Barkley
respectfully.
Saquon Barkley is
football.
the guy that I'm trying to buy everywhere. I'm trying to draft everywhere and redraft. I just want some Saquon because everybody's down on him. And I feel like if you come up with upside, I can probably count on one hand how many guys that I feel like if everything went right can really have a running back one season. It's not that many guys. I don't care how good. I love DeAndre Swift, bro. I don't think there's no path for DeAndre Swift to end as the running back one on the season. There's not that many guys where even if shit went all the way perfect, they could be top 5. But no, to be the number one running back on the season, it's not that many guys that can do that. But that guy can.
So you saying hypothetically, if he falls to X round, you got you see him at X round, you got to take him.
He's like back end of the second, start of the third round in redraft right now.
Got you. So you ain't the only one thinking.
And then in Dynasty, he's falling even more, and he's only 25.
Oh, you consider that falling? My bad. I thought that was a high pick.
What the third round pick for Saquon Barkley?
Yeah.
He's been a first round pick for the past year. Every year since he's been
so
in.
So you saying like if during your draft you see him in the third round, you got to snatch him up.
I would.
You might have a good chance.
Yeah, right now I'm showing he's ADP 23, so that's last pick. You know,
I
second
said
round.
back in the second.
Yeah,
okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what draft you in. That's
that's
the experts that's starting to be back in on him. You know how many people that are not experts that just hate Saquon because he's been hurt?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Give me the Saquon in the third, bro. I don't care. Give me the hurt guys. I'm gonna start my draft. Fucking CMC, Barkley, and somebody else. But that's how I'm starting my draft. I'm on both of them motherfuckers on my team.
Man, I'm just out only because it's a bad offense, man. Like he's gonna see a lot of stack boxes, even though that doesn't matter. He's shown he can dominate a stack box. Like he's athletic enough to do that when healthy, but bad Daniel Jones, bad organization. Like they don't even know what they want to do with their pass catchers. I have no confidence in that wide receiver room. Of course, they paid Kenny Golladay. They got Sterling Shepard, who stays hurt. Of course, they brought in Kadarius Toney. You don't even know if he wants to be there. Darius Slayton, he's inconsistent. He's running with the ones and he's running with the threes. Then they also brought in Wan'Dale Robinson. They lost Evan Ingram. Like it's almost like they don't know who they want to be their number one wide receiver. So they're just throwing wet spaghetti at the wall. I heard that this week at work. So pull that up. I hope it's something stick.
Nah, that's how it works. Me and Sarah used to do that, making spaghetti, just throw it against something.
And ain't nothing sticking right now, man. So the only piece you can't be confident in is Saquon Barkley. I know, man. You never heard that?
Bro, I do that, but it's like oof, the analogy was just
man, I'm getting back in the groove, man. I'm rusty. We've been off. Been on sabbatical. Didn't go nowhere. Except for Vegas.
Hey man, look, if you got to take your shot in this wide receiving core, just go to young guy that showed the potential in his 3-game span in his rookie year. We got to learn how to
span.
Because he was banged up going forward. We got to let go of Darius Slayton. I don't even know if he's even getting any play anymore. Sterling Shepard's coming back from a season-ending injuries. Looks like
he's hurt again, bro.
Yeah, and then Golladay he needs Matthew Stafford. Just give me Kadarius Toney, man, and honestly, that's just me taking a shot in Dynasty or a late pick in redraft because he goes late.
I want no parts of that offense or that MetLife field that be taking out knees and like a lot of injuries go down on MetLife.
They got a bunch of tight ends the same way how I want none of their receivers. I want none of their tight ends, so we can move on from them too.
All right, man. Who wins the division, man? NFC East. You got Cowboys,
I'm going
Eagles,
Philly.
Washington Giants.
I'm going Philly.
Who you got?
Dang, no, I don't want to agree with that. So I'm gonna go Cowboys.
I'm going Cowboys, man.
Hell yeah! So when I win, y'all down one, hoes.
That's what's up. All right, who
That's cool.
loses the division? Come in last
The
place.
fucking Giants, bro.
I agree.
Fucking led by
The
Daniel
Commanders.
Jones. I would.
You going to Washington?
I'm gonna go Washington.
I would rather have the Wentz than Jones, punk ass.
You know what? I think Chase
I'm
Young,
gonna
he
go
might not
Washington.
even Chase Young out for the season because he went down in the playoffs. So he might be out for the year, right?
I don't know. I gotta look that shit up.
And they ain't gonna be in the playoffs. So
I gotta look that up. Go.
all right,
I'm
man.
a hustler. I'm a hustler.
Are we ready for the closing or what?
Yeah, let's get into the closing. Hey, let's get into the say something good to the people. My favorite segment. Where we come to be transparent, be open, be honest about life, about ourselves, mentally, physically. Let you guys know how we're doing, checking in, dropping some good news, dropping some bad news. That's what we get to do right here, and I love this. And yeah, bro, that's
Nah, we ain't been on the banners all
I
episode,
forgot
so
all
it don't
about
matter.
the banners,
Fuck them
man.
banners.
Dang, fuck them banners.
It don't even matter.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them dogs.
It's too late for them. Too late for them banners and them kids
and them dogs.
and them dogs. All right, so look, Avo missed out on the tacos. So yeah, so
Yeah,
who want to go first, man? We ain't did this in a while.
I can go first. I got 3 quick things that I
All
literally
right,
quick.
quick. It's all on you,
First, I want to say RIP to the great NBA legend Bill Russell, man.
Billy.
So
Yeah.
we lost Bill Russell this week, man. He's won like what 11 titles, like
Yeah, bro, 11 to 13, 8 in a row.
yeah. When you talk about NBA greats, who the greatest, I'm still giving it to MJ, but you cannot discount or disregard Bill Russell, man. Like all those MVPs, Finals MVPs, championships. One of the greats, and I saw a clip. He was on stage, of course, you know, in his older age, and he pointed at Kareem, pointed at Dikembe. I think he also pointed at Tim Duncan. Somebody else was up there, but he was like, "I'd kick all y'all ass." Like
I respect that
he was tough, man. He was a tough. So rest in peace, man, to one of the greats.
for sure.
And then my next thing is, you know, don't be afraid to treat yourself and upgrade your lifestyle. What do I mean by that, man? Just got back from Vegas and I was on the flight. It's like, you know what? Let me just buy this $8 Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Usually I'll just, be cheap, just ride it out to get the free 1 hour Wi-Fi.
He's stunting.
I bought the Wi-Fi, man, so I can do my fantasy stuff. So treat yourself. And then also I upgraded. I don't do peanut butter and jelly no more. I do peanut butter and jam, bro. You gotta try that. That jam is fire. So upgrade your life, man. It's different, man.
I'm a jelly nigga.
No,
I
I'm a
ain't gonna
jam.
act like I know the difference,
Bro, it is a difference. I'm telling you, it's a difference. I got the
right.
grape jam. And then the last thing I want to say.
Hey, you might as well wait till you try preserve, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's even more upscale.
Hey,
Wait
upgrade
till you
your
start
life
crushing them yourself.
Yeah, ooh, get your toes
with your
wet.
feet.
Yeah, ooh, grapes.
All right, man. Last thing, seriously, on a serious note, I was walking my dog earlier, and of course, school buses are coming back around. It's that time of year, and there was a student. He's in 7th grade. He had his back like away from traffic, meaning traffic coming towards him, but he wouldn't know. You know what I mean? Because he's facing the direction traffic is going. I was like, hey, man. I was like, just a pro tip, man. You should probably face the traffic that way in case somebody ever swerves or loses control. You'll be alert. So, I just wanted to give him that little bit of advice because to me, I just thought it was a little bit dangerous. He's literally standing on a main road, but his back is like not to the oncoming traffic.
That's
So
real OG stuff.
I just want to show some love, man. So if you guys, neighborhood kids, sometimes you got to just give them some pro tips, man. And I walked down the street and I looked back, see if he was, took my advice. He actually took my advice, man. And then he turned a little bit sideways, but then he turned back. I was like, all right, man, he took my advice. So, but yeah, man, I just wanted to look out, man, because you got reckless drivers in the morning, man. And
especially in the morning.
yeah, and like in Indianapolis, we've had some incidents where kids, got hit by cars, just people not paying attention to the stop signs with the buses, which I can't believe people do that shit. But I just felt compelled to just talk to them and just give them that pro tip, man. Because school year's just starting off, man. So yeah. Right. That's that, man. I know that was random, a lot of stuff.
Want me go?
Go ahead, brother.
All right. I just want to say, hey, take care of yourself, work hard, but make sure you get your rest, man. I don't know when my last off work day was, but I just know I was pissed off yesterday because when I woke up, I went about my day, didn't think nothing, and somebody reminded me it was Monday. I said, nigga, I ain't got a weekend. I worked all weekend. It just, I don't know, man. Take time to give yourself a break, man. It's cool to work, working towards a goal or something that you got to stash up for, but give yourself a break, man. Give your mind a break, give your body a break, because you overwork yourself too much, you're going to miss out on some good moments. You're going to miss out on times where you need to be there for people. And, yeah, bro, just take a break sometimes, man. I'll say that. That's easy.
All right, so I've been having this has been a struggle these past few weeks, no bullshit. But I'm here, so that's why I'm so happy. That's why I had to make it here. Like, man, I gotta get to the bros. I just want to encourage everybody, man. Just don't be afraid to make them phone calls when you're having any type of struggles, man. I had to call my pops. We both addicts, so he was the one I knew I needed to call. I listened to that little voice. It was a fight. I was literally on the way to relapse, and the little voice in my head said, man, just call your dad. Literally woke him up out of sleep. He took the moment to just speak to me, calm me down for the moment, and I was able to get myself back home. Took my black ass to church and got to hear the sermon I needed to hear, apparently. So I just want to encourage anybody that if you're having any type of struggles, just whatever that little quiet voice says, the one that's telling you to do the right thing, go ahead and listen to that thing, man. I just want to encourage people to do that because I know life is a struggle, but you're going to make it. You're going to be all right. If I can make it, so can you. That's facts.
Glad you pulled through, bro. That's love. So, yeah, man. Shout out to you. For real.
Right on. Appreciate
I know
it.
you working. So.
All right, man. That's the end of the podcast, man. Episode 123. We the Dynasty Bros, showing you how to dominate your league, Dynasty Bro Style. We love y'all. We back getting to it on these Tuesdays. And like we do for the norm, Avo, turn the energy up and walk us the fuck up out of here, my brother.
I don't know if y'all know anything about this.
Out.
But you know, this that 6 points. This from that boy Alfred Nomad. From that boy A.P. Yeah, man, I know he got bars. Make sure y'all catch us next week, or maybe the week after that, or maybe the week after that. But trust me, when the season gets started, catch us every week right here, Dynasty Bros. Dominate your league, Dynasty Bro Style. We out.
Football bike. It's bike this Thursday.
But football butt.
Heard might not be no
football
Trevor.
butt.
But we'll see. I'm still watching the game though.